The United States Military Academy at West Point is looking for a few good soldiers. West Point is one of the premier educational institutions in the world, consistently ranked as one of the top colleges in the United States. As a top commissioning source in the Army, the mission at West Point is to educate, train, and inspire the Corps of Cadets so that each graduate is a commissioned leader of character, committed to the values of duty, honor, country, and prepared for a career of professional excellence and service to the nation as an officer in the United States Army. At West Point, the saying that much of the history we teach is made by the people we taught holds true. West Point graduates include 2 U.S. presidents, 4 5-star generals, congressmen, governors, and business leaders. All have taken their place in the long gray line before going on to exceptional careers and extraordinary lives.
There's no better place to go to college than at West Point.
You learn discipline, you learn the importance of hard work, you learn about teamwork, you learn about leading and not following, and you learn about listening.
West Point is authorized by Congress to include 85 active duty and another 85 Guard and Reserve soldiers in each class. Several of these slots have gone unfilled in recent years. If you have the desire and drive to serve as a commissioned officer in the U.S. Army and would like to reap the benefits of an exceptional college education, this program represents an extraordinary opportunity.
At West Point, you can do almost anything that you want to do.
Prior service cadets represent about 10% of the cadet population at West Point, but consistently rise to the tops of their class. Service in the Army provides a great foundation for success at the Academy.
What's especially important about prior service enlisted soldiers is their diversity of experience, their wealth of knowledge, not only in the tactical units, but also they bring their combat experience back to West Point.
Even some of my upperclassmen, the officers in my company, will come around and ask me, how would you deal with this situation in the Army?
The upperclassmen were looking to us, the guys that had a little more experience, to help them be successful, and that's what we did.
It was great for me to get an understanding of what's it like to be shot at? What is it like to, deploy overseas and be gone for 12 months?
It's about having a peer that you could go to and say, is this really how the Army works? Is this something that's going to be expected of me?
Well, the biggest challenge for me personally was academics.
The subject that was my biggest challenge when I first got here was math.
Math was definitely not a strong point for me.
I struggle a little bit in math.
Probably the toughest part about getting back into it, into the classroom, that is, would be I have to say math.
I had been out of school for a few years, done a lot of things that kept my mind off of education. It was tough, but I managed to make it through. Your teachers are here to have you pass and be successful.
The teachers here are available 24 hours a day. Almost every single one of them will start off the class with saying, here's my phone number. Any hour of the night you can call me.
There's a lot of support here for not only prior service cadets, but anybody that's struggling with academics. I ended up becoming a math major.
The biggest advantage that I think prior service cadets have is their ability to manage their time.
There's a lot to be said about the work ethic that we bring here.
You have a lot of the military know-how. You have a sort of confidence that comes from the fact that you have served and you've been challenged. You're already physically and mentally tough. It's just a matter of transitioning over and applying it to the cadet life.
Applying for soldier scholarships is easier than you might think. Applicants must be between the ages of 17 and 22, with no legal dependents, physically fit and in good health, and show good character and leadership potential. They must also demonstrate academic potential through their scores on either the SAT or the ACT. Don't worry if you haven't taken these tests or performed poorly on them in the past. Soldiers are eligible to take the tests for free as many times as they want and to receive tutoring and other support. Soldiers can test at their local Army Education Center, and the West Point Soldier Admissions Office can help connect them with free test prep materials.
It's important to note that our application process is completely web-based. You're absolutely able to apply from Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever your unit may be.
When I originally applied, I was still in Iraq, so I was having to fit in the application process mostly by paper from the other side of the world.
So I applied to the academy as a soldier while doing funeral detail in Massachusetts representing the 10th Mountain Division. I had a military officer who guided me the entire way through the process and answered any and all of my questions.
My chain of command was highly supportive, actually. They worked with me.
It's pretty much like a family kind of effort.
My company commander helped me out a lot. He kind of coached me through the entire process really to get in, and he wrote me a great recommendation.
I talked a lot to my upper chain of command, especially the enlisted NCOs, all the way up to Command Sergeant Major. And all those older guys knew that coming to West Point would be the best opportunity for me.
For many soldiers, the U.S. Military Academy Prep School provides an excellent platform to return to the academic environment. The U.S. Military Academy Prep School is a year-long program that is fully funded by the Army. It's the perfect start to your West Point experience.
Throughout your application process, you might be offered admission to the prep school, and I would say take that admission because when I went to the prep school, I was kind of wound tight, high-strung, just coming out of Iraq, and it's a good buffer period to get introduced to the cadet life.
At prep school, that's where I really improved on my academics.
When I was in high school, I had about a 1.8 GPA. While I was at prep school, I applied what I learned in the Army, focused on my academics, managed to boost myself to about a 3.8, 3.9 overall GPA at prep school.
And that 1 year at prep school really provided a good base for me to be successful in the military academy.
To any soldier out there that's interested in coming here, I'd say go for it. I definitely didn't think that I would be accepted, and the Army's given me that opportunity.
After I made the transition into active duty, I never thought I'd go to school again. I didn't know that one day I'd find myself here at one of the top colleges in the nation.
So I think the biggest thing is take the dive, apply for it, get interested in it, and I think most people will be surprised what they actually can accomplish.
Don't wait to make a decision. Don't wait for somebody else to come up with a plan for your life. Shape your own life, shape your own destiny, and choose to go to West Point.
West Point will challenge you academically, it will challenge you spiritually, it will challenge you physically. If you want to be part of something bigger than yourself, you need to go to West Point.
The Academy at West Point is looking for soldiers that will become tomorrow's leaders. The time is now to take advantage of this extraordinary opportunity.